to a brand new episode of Colombo Fashion Forecast. Let's see what's on the interesting lineup for today. Colombo Fashion Forecast, a show beyond fashion. On today's lineup, Melashe, Sri Lanka's latest fashion designs. Click Click by Canon. Women in Management presents Blooming for a Cause, Fashion with a Purpose.
Dynasty Residence is an apartment complex boasting 18 stories of luxury residential apartments. Dynasty Residence includes single, double, triple and 4-bedroom apartments, duplex-style, sky villas and penthouses with private sky gardens.
Hello. For today's collection, we have for you part of the Candyland collection, which is retailing at Melashe. Today's selection consists of lots of flirty, frilly skirts, nice silhouettes of shifts, and carefree tops for day-to-day wear, which you can wear for any occasion. And all this is inspired by the candy colors of vanilla creams and ivories to candy floss pinks. The collaboration of these fabrics, which we have incorporated, gives that certain touch of femininity. It gives that touch of subtlety to the garments, and because this theme is more dreamlike and simply elegant.
Hi everybody. So fashion photography. What is fashion photography? Well, in layman's terms, I mean, a lot of people have the wrong idea in fashion photography. I mean, they always think, look, it's got to entail a model or something like that. And for me, it's slightly different. I always think fashion photography is in sort of a medium where you photograph garments or products which has something to do with fashion or in the retail industry for retail purposes, and this is the main aspect of fashion photography. So in terms of Sri Lanka and fashion photography, I would say Sri Lanka is just starting off in the area of fashion photography, because Sri Lanka has just been, last 10 years has been a very sort of, fashion has been a very new thing in terms of availability and visibility and more known. And it's an exciting time in terms of for a photographer who works in fashion to kind of set themselves up and find what's interesting in the market. You've got some amazing designers coming up from Sri Lanka who have been showing around the world. So we've got a lot of variety, we've got amazing locations, and that's also one of the other aspects of shooting in Sri Lanka, which I love. And a lot of my clients actually do end up flying to Sri Lanka to shoot, because we are actually blessed with such a beautiful variety of amazing locations. I mean, you've got beautiful beaches down the west coast and stuff, and southern west coast, and you've got amazing beach lines, sea lines and stuff in the east coast. Then you've got the mountains in the middle of the country. You've got like barren areas in like places like Calcutta and all these places. So in terms of locations, as a photographer, I think Sri Lanka is an amazing playground. A lot of clients feel that when I meet a lot of people, they say, look, we want to come to Sri Lanka and shoot because, one, I mean, it's such a beautiful island. They want to have a holiday and sort of go with that. So it's and fashion is booming because of all these aspects. So I think it's a very interesting time. And if you're a photographer and if you're interested in doing fashion photography, I mean, hey, now is the time to pick up the camera.
And drum going around like bum bum bum. What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style of lumping.
Pull your hand up. That's it. If you're starting off as a photographer and you want to work in the area of fashion, I mean, there are a few things to keep in mind. One, you need to have a fairly deep understanding of photography, for the simple reason you're a photographer. Then you've got to kind of keep in tune with what's going on, the current trends globally. You should not only just look at Sri Lanka as a local market, because Sri Lanka is part of the world. But bottom line is basically it's photographing a dream and selling that dream to the public who buy into that dream, that product or whichever it is. But it is your vision that's so important, and it's your story that you tell, and how you tell it is so important because of that aspect. But I mean, basically what you would need is, well, I mean, you need your camera, and you need to do a lot of research and a lot of work into it, but I mean, ideally you just need your camera, just walk out there and start looking. As a fashion photographer, ideally, the gear, I mean, you would always ask, okay, what lenses to buy, what cameras to get. I would always pick a high-end DSLR. I wouldn't go with a starting range camera, for a simple reason, because you need to be able to work with external lights, and you need all your gear to be easily adaptable to any sort of situation. You'll be also shooting in a lot of crazy environments where you need your bodies to be weather sealed. So ideally, anything like a 5D Mark II or a 5D Mark III or even a 7D. I mean, all those cameras are actually quite fantastic and work really amazingly for the area of work. Lenses wise, I would say you basically need a 50mm lens. I mean, you know, that's a given. You need that. That's your standard sort of mid-range lens. Then you need a portrait lens, 7200 or 85. And then you need one macro for extreme close-ups on beauty, jewelry sort of shoots. And also, I prefer a 1635 wide angle because I love capturing the entire sort of scene and the entire story that goes with the whole shoot. So, I mean, roughly about 4 or 5 lenses, and you should be set up. But if you're really starting off and you're really tight and you're thinking, okay, gosh, okay, I don't have all that money to spend. Understandable. I mean, you know, I started off with basic gear, but one wide angle, 150, and one portrait, and you should be fairly good to go for any sort of circumstance in a shoot. One of the most important things to think about is, okay, how do you choose your location, your models, or your stylists or your wardrobes and all these things. So all these aspects come under your responsibility as a photographer. So you need to do the required research. You're thinking, okay, gosh, okay, I'm shooting down south at the beach. Okay, what time does the sun go down? What time does it come up? Okay, where is the sun going to be at 2 o'clock in the evening? Right? What sort of what sort of other elements are there? Is it going to be windy this time of the year? Is it going to have sand blowing in the model's face, or is it going to be blowing in the camera? So all these factors are important. So as a fashion photographer, you're kind of required to know all these things, and basically your clients expect you to know it. Then moving on to models, how do you pick your models? I mean, not every model is perfect for every sort of situation. There are models that work for certain situations and certain shoots, whereas in some different models we work for different ones. And if you want to have something very epic and very dark and stuff like that, always go for a dark skinned model. But then in turn, you've got to flip side, you've got to kind of balance the entire styling and the look and feel of the image to be sort of more minimalistic. So I mean, it's all about balance. I mean, with picking the models, the right makeup artist, the right stylist, the right location. It's all about having great balance in your image and the story you're trying to tell. That's it. Okay, same thing, slightly more onto this angle.
What's grooving? I'm moving. I like your style.
Sort of a yes.
I'm just a rapper, load him up and eat that snapper. I want 16 pints of rum and then I go bum bum. Glowing up in the dark and the night, and so I go I brought a pie in my pocket, and I am a sucker.
Few words I would, put out there for anybody who's interested in this line of work is, always keep at it. Try to learn as much as possible. Sometimes the guy who's carrying your lights will be able to give you valuable advice, which you will probably practice for the rest of your life. Be humble, because, and be blessed and feel lucky that you're working and doing something that you love doing and love doing it.
Dynasty Residence includes single, double, triple and 4-bedroom apartments, duplex style, sky villas and penthouses with private sky gardens. The duplex sky villas have been designed to provide optimal privacy and comfort to its residents. Each bedroom offers shading from the rising sun in the east while offering the added benefit of storage. The duplexes consist of the master bedroom with ensuite bathroom, other bedrooms, both dry and wet kitchens, each outfitted with state-of-the-art equipment. Dynasty Residence is truly an oasis of tranquility.